Yeah, again, Peak District. Yeah, Win Hill tonight via Hope Cross. Now, you might think, how do you get there? Well, I'm in Hope. So to get to Win Hill from Hope, there is a more direct route, but I'm going to go via the Hope Cross thing because, well, I like it. So, not been there for a while, a few years probably. Yeah, thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for clicking on the video. Join me. Thank you for clicking. Yeah, come along too. Thank you for clicking on the video. Just looking up to Win Hill. Up there, lots of snow. Bit like last night for me. Quite a few people I can see up on top. What a difference a couple of minutes make. An hour ago, I was driving to Hope from a previous adventure. Overnight, lots of snow. But that's another story. Hope you've seen that video. It was torrential, kind of drizzle, snow, slush, rain. But now, glorious sunshine. Thing is, I've got just over 2 hours of light and probably 2 hours of walking. The route I picked anyway. I'm always pushing the time, aren't I? That's the way it is. Decision making time. I'm not going to follow the ancient track, or the Roman road actually, I think, all the way to Hope Cross. I've been there lots of times. I'm going to cut the corner off, diagonally up. It's a steeper route, but whatever. Diagonally up, pick up the ridge and get to the peak, Win Hill, more quickly. The light is lovely and potentially there's going to be a sunset. And it'd be nice to have a decent view and not be pitching my tent in the dark as I so often am. So that's the way I'm going to go. Yeah, like I say, I've been out 3 days. This is my third night out for this trip to the Peak District. So there's no need to push it really. Yeah, decision made. It's a bit of a steeper route. I've trudged up the Roman road so many times. It's hardly entertaining. I just fancied seeing Hope Cross again, but it'll be there for another day. I'm looking at the glorious Edale Valley with Kinder, the big old Kinder Plateau in front of me, and kind of around where kind of Jacob's Ladder is and Brown Knoll and all of that. Kinder Downfall and Sandy Hayes is way over the other side, hundreds of miles away. Well, not hundreds. And there's the Roman road track. I'm pleased I didn't bother trudging up there. I've been up there loads of times, and this is in the sun, and that's in the shade, and this is glorious. Kinder again. So I'm on this ridge path, which is actually quite a large path. I'd forgotten. I've been up and down here a few times. So Kinder, you can't see Hope Cross, but it's a couple of kilometers down there. So I'd have had a couple of kilometers that way and a couple back, and too much in the time. I've only got about an hour and a half, a good light hour. Yeah, so I've just come up here, gonna turn right up to the top of Win Hill. Yeah, there's some mist coming in, which is a bit of a shame, and some dark skies over there. Sun's still shining just about, glinting, kind of in the Castleton direction. Kinder. I don't like the factory thing though. It's not due to rain for another 4 or 5 hours. Not really until during the night. But you never really know. Last 15-20 minutes to the top. Wind's picked up, temperature's dropped. I had to stop to put my fleecy thing on. Fortunately, the sky's clearer again, a bit more sunlight, and the peak is just ahead of me. I got that little scrambly bit to do, tucking around the right hand side up to the trig point. At the trig point, it just kind of appears on the left, if I remember. Here we go, last bit. Where is it? Where's the trig point? Where are you? You're on the left here somewhere. There we are. There's even got some snow on it. Yeah. Nice. Arrived. Well, arrived to the top. Need to find my little camping spot, which is a bit further along, hopefully. Ah, beautiful. All the way around. And now, oh, the water's a bit dark, of course, in the shadow, but we can see Lady Bow Reservoir. Looks a bit bleak, doesn't it, in the winter time? Waddle along the top of the ridge here, and hopefully we'll see a little green patch of grass, if memory serves okay. Haven't been here for a few years. Oh heck, not a very good spot at all. I thought it was bigger than that. That's not great. I got my Sulu. I don't think I had my Sulu with me that time I came here. Maybe I just had my Acto or another 10. I really don't remember. And the grass is, well, it's all knackered, isn't it? It's winter time. But I'm here. I'll pitch it, see what I like. If I don't like it, maybe I'll just go further down. Well, I made the best of it. It's a bit perched, but I have done worse. So it'll be okay. It's actually reasonably flat. It is just perched. So I just finished putting my tent up, getting all my gear inside, have a hot chocolate, and I'll leave you watching, as I quite often do these days when I can, watching the glorious sunset. Might actually get a sunset this evening. Cheers. Well, I hope you like that sunset over Kinder from the top of Win Hill here. It's calm. It's really, really peaceful. I've not been disturbed at all. There's been one runner training for something, I suppose, or keeping fit generally. Been up and back about 4 or 5 times with his head torch just latterly, but he's gone now. What is it now? It's almost 8:45, so time has gone by. I've had my main din-dins, still finishing off my beer. It's cold. It's funny you say that, Warren. Of course it's cold. It's very cold out, actually. But hey, what do you expect at this time of year? No rain, no snow today, though, so far anyway. I had a different sort of meal this evening. I had some baked beans. I had a red onion. It wasn't a red onion at all, was it? It was a red pepper. So I had a red pepper, fried that off a little bit first. Baked beans I just put in with it, so it was a bit red. Yesterday's meal was a bit yellow. This was a bit red and orange. And I need to do more washing up, actually. But I had a really big pork pie that I heated through really slowly and thoroughly. I chopped it into quarters, put it in a pan, put a lid on it, and just heated it underneath for over half an hour on and off, 45 minutes on and off. So it's piping hot inside, cutting it into quarters, and the pan sort of acted a bit like an oven, really. The bottom was a bit crispy, so I left the bottom of the pie. But a feast, a big feast. But right, well, I'd better do some washing up. I might get a hot chocolate on again after I finish my beer. Oh, settled in nicely now. It's peaceful. I've just popped out to do the usual, check the guy lines, do a final quick wee, and, just admire the surroundings. A little bit misty, murky, but you still see the twinkly lights of Castleton and around and about. All very pretty. Well, I'm here. I might not have been, not that that's being dramatic. I was sitting in the pub, and I'm going to end with a question for you. I was sitting in the pub in Hope, the old Cheshire Cheese, had a pint, sitting by the fireside, talking to a couple of people just a little bit. Very, very pleasant. I'd got most of my gear together, but a few bits to finish sorting out. Very, very pleasant. Nice, just sitting in a quick turbo pint. And it was a fairly quick turbo pint because I was fairly tight for time. But I was sitting there thinking, I could just have another one, couldn't I? Another 45 minutes, hour, so yeah, why not? Of course, juggling the time. If I did that, I'd struggle getting up here in anything like daylight. So what motivated me to actually say, no, one's enough. One turbo pint is enough. What motivated me to get out of the pub and get my bag on and traipse up to the top of Win Hill here? I guess now I know, no question really. It's great to be out and blah, blah, blah. It's just something I enjoy doing, of course. But at that time, you think, it is rather nice in here with the fire and the nice beer. I could just stay a little bit longer. And then you blow it, of course. I remember, now what is that hill? Am I going to say it's Crome Hill? Might be Crome Hill. Might have got that wrong. Just the other side in Peak District, down from Buxton, up from Leek. Forget the name of the Crome Hill. It's got Lud's Church at the bottom and Mermaid's Pool. So I've been there lots of times. A video a couple of Octobers ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago now. But I was sitting in my car, and I remember this now really very well. I was sitting in my car parked up, and it was heaving it down. It was just wet. It was grim. Just simply stepping out the car was just not ideal.
I managed to get all my wets on in the car and boots and faffing about, get my bag ready without getting too wet outside. But it took me about 20 minutes to sort of say, well, it's not going to stop raining. I'm here, Warren, you know, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to go home, or are you going to get out and enjoy the great outdoors? It took me about 20 minutes to kind of muster up the mind sense to say, yeah, I'm going. There was no reason why I shouldn't. And indeed I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, do grab that video if you haven't seen it. It'll be in the Peak District playlist about 3, 4, 5 years ago. I haven't been back since, I don't think. But so there's the question it came to me, you know, what motivates you to get out of your car or leave the pub or step out from your front door if you're trekking from your front door, get off the bus and start walking? What is the motivator at that moment in time to say, yeah, I'm doing this, instead of saying, well, it's a bit nice, you know, I could just have another cup of coffee or another pint or something? So I'm going to leave you with that thought just for the moment. If you have any thoughts, and perhaps an answer to that question, what motivates you at that moment when you want to take that first step? What motivates you to take that first step? Pop a comment. Like to hear from you. But I'm going to ponder that now, aren't I? On and off during the night. Anyway, I'll say night-night now. Going to turn my light out, get some sleep. I shall see you in the morning. Night. Good morning. Sorry about the red glow in my tent. It's 7 o'clock. I set a 7 o'clock alarm. It's just gone off. Dozed a couple of times earlier on. I did set a 6 o'clock alarm, and it's completely clagged out. Absolutely claggy. Can't see a damn thing. I was hoping for sunrise, but nope, nothing. So I'm just going to pack up and sort myself out and be off this lovely mountain. Porridge and coffee brewing. Does porridge brew? Don't know. Next, sleeping bag, gear sort, pack up. It's cold out, but I think I can pack my rucksack outside. It's not actually raining, so work that out as I go. Well, I'm ready to rumble. I've got everything packed up in my tent just to stay warm. It's cold out there. Remarkably, the wind is coming and going a little bit. So let's have a little look outside. It's not very inviting, is it? Yeah, lots of ice in the night. Crispy ice. There we are. You wouldn't know I've been there, leaving no trace. I've even dusted over the little peg holes. Yeah, right. I'm heading off away from the trig point. There's no point checking in again to it. Round and then back down to Hope that way. The way I've been before. There's a couple of little old gnarly trees, if I can spot them. Wispy outline of the trees, just coming into the tree area just above the Yorkshire Bridge.
Yorkshire Bridge is just below where the dam is of Lady Bower Reservoir. So in the tree area here, quite a bit straggly. Are these dead? Or perhaps they are deciduous. They look like pine trees, but maybe they're not. They look dead. Perhaps they're not dead, perhaps they're deciduous-y kind of pine trees, I don't know. So into the tree area here, there's a fence line with a turny kind of gate. Quite new, I think, if I remember correctly, or it was new. A while ago when I was here, and then turn right, and I'm going to follow the kind of contour hugging path back around towards Hope. These are really eerie kind of misty tree area. I'm going to call these spooky woods. Yorkshire Bridge spooky woods. A night walk through here would be interesting. Yep, just as I remember it, like a roundy turny. Right, that's the way down to the Yorkshire Bridge. So I'm going to turn right at that point there and go sort of contour hugging more directly around to Hope. Nice old tree all on its lonesome. It does have some neighbours, but quite a bit further along, I think. There's a couple of them. Oh, years ago I stopped and brewed up for coffee. One, presumably summertime, I don't remember. This is a lovely route round, grassy path, easy grades, and then zigzagging through a little kind of village area down, across a couple of fields, back down to Hope. That's the third one. I think that might be it now. Got to keep right at this little Y junction. That goes down, well, down to the road somewhere. Main road, I think. I got to continue contour hugging around. Keep going round towards Hope this way. Don't usually talk about filming and editing, spoils the flow, but I've just done, I think, exactly the same kind of filming that I did many years ago. I'll see if I can insert that here just for some fun. So I was wittering along a little bit last night about kind of motivation at that key time. Yeah, stepping out from your front door, getting out of the car, leaving a nice warm pub with a nice pint and fireside, and taking that kind of first step out onto a trek. And what is that motivation? What drives us to take that first step? And I've been thinking about it really. Just great being out, isn't it? I mean, okay, so it's not the best of weather, but it is lovely. It is lovely, and you make memories, don't you? You make memories. And as I've been walking back along here, I've been remembering things from before, you know, the times I've been here along, and the trees and the little gate and stuff. That's what it's all about, making memories. Lots of people coming up now to explore Win Hill. Quite a few people are not necessarily well dressed for the weather, really. Not good. A couple of runners, of course, ultra fit. Dropping down across a couple of fields here, soon picking up a little bit of road, and finding Aston. Nice little village. Is it a village? Hamlet, I think. Lovely. Turned off the kind of mountain path, now Aston. The sun has got his hat on. Oh, that's the wrong song, isn't it? Raindrops are falling on. Right, turned off the Aston Road. Just, I think, past Fairfield Farm. I think that's it. And now looking out for this diagonal cut across the field. Look, guys, thank you for watching again one of my videos. I don't know if you're a subscriber or not. I've got a mix of stuff on my channel, so I know a lot of people watch and don't necessarily subscribe. That's okay. If you have, thank you. Well, you have, because you got to this point. Drop a comment if you've got anything to say. Great to hear from you, and I'll certainly get back to you. It's been a great, well, 3 days actually for me in the glorious, damp Peak District. But it's time, I think, to say thank you for watching, and from the glorious Peak District, bye for now. Hey look, little epilogue. That water wheel that I just spotted there, didn't see it before, used to be in the house nearby, well, the original building where the house is now nearby, as a mill house back in the 17 somethings, and it's in the Doomsday. The sort of ditch area to my right here was part of the mill pond, a long tail coming back to the mill pond with weirs and all sorts. Just talking to a very nice gentleman there, the owner of the house in fact, who gave me a little potted history. Fascinating.